Hi, I'm Allison and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making these simple and delicious chocolate truffle trifles for Valentine's Day. So you can really put these in whatever kind of jar or glassware that you want. I chose a mason jar because I'm making them for my husband, my daughter, and myself, but I really think a martini glass would be kind of sexy for a Valentine's Day or an anniversary. So first we're going to make our chocolate ganache, which is just equal parts heavy whipping cream and chocolate chips. I'm doing about 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream and I microwaved it about 2 minutes, stirring halfway in between. And then I'm pouring in about 1.5 cups of dark chocolate chips. And once those are in, you're just going to get to stirring until you get this beautiful chocolate ganache mixture. And this is the consistency that you want. You don't want it clumpy or streaky. And then set that aside or pop it in the fridge to cool. Then we're going to take about 2.5 to 3 cups of heavy whipping cream and just start making our whipped cream. You can add about 1/4 cup of granulated sugar just to help stabilize it. You could even add a little bit of vanilla extract if you wanted to. This is just really if you want it flavored or not. I didn't add any extract, but it would be great with it. You're going to whip this until you get stiff peaks. And the way I check for stiff peaks is if I can turn the bowl upside down and nothing moves, I know I'm good to go. So once you've got your whipped cream, you're going to split it into half, just roughly, and put half of it in a separate bowl. Once you have that, you're going to pour in your chocolate ganache mixture that is cooled in this, and you're going to stir it up until you get just one consistent color. It'll be a light chocolate, kind of like milk chocolate brown. And that is going to be your truffle mixture. So once you have your truffle mixture mixed together, you're going to pop that into the fridge just to let it kind of firm up so that it's a little bit easier to work with when we go to put it into our jars. So while that's in the fridge, you're going to want to crush up some Oreos. I just popped about 9, I think, into a mini food processor, but you could easily just rough chop it. That would be super good if you're an Oreo lover. If you're not an Oreo person, you could do some crumbled up brownie. Would be really good. But here's your truffle mixture. You can see it's a little bit firmer, easier to work with. And then we have our remainder whipped cream and our crushed Oreos. And I chose to put my truffle mixture and my whipped cream into just some gallon-sized ziplock bags and snip the ends just to make it a little bit easier to work with since I'm using mason jars. So we're going to pop in some crushed Oreos at the bottom and then get to layering. First, I chose to do the chocolate truffle mixture. And like I said, I just used gallon Ziploc bags and snipped the ends. I didn't use piping bags. I didn't use tips. I kept it really simple. I just thought that this might be a little cleaner to work with. So after my chocolate truffle mixture, I'm going to put in my whipped cream and just layer from there with more Oreo, more chocolate truffle, and more whipped cream. And this whole recipe will be in the description box below. But this really is so simple and so incredibly delicious. It is rich and decadent and all the things that you want for a dessert on Valentine's Day. It's really all the things I want in a dessert on a Wednesday or Monday. But it's so simple. It's totally something you could do with your kids too, which is really fun, and it's super kid friendly. So if you're like me and you're having a family at home Valentine's Day, this is perfect because who doesn't like eating food out of a cup or a jar? So we're just finishing up these trifles. I'm going to do a little bit of whipped cream on top and then top it with some more crushed Oreos. And that is it. I mean, it is so incredibly simple. This is like a 10-minute dessert that is so rich and indulgent and amazing. So once I was done with these, I popped them back into the fridge just to help them kind of meld together and keep the flavors, set and cool. And you could easily make these the day before, which is really great. I put the jars on the mason jar. Yeah, put the jars or the lids on the jars and left them in the fridge, and we'll be eating them tomorrow on Valentine's Day. And they really are so simple, so good. I really hope that you try them. If you do, let me know in the comments. And